This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. The first 10 owners of more than 200 new affordable homes to be built in Wanaka are expected to move in before Christmas. Housing Minister Phil Twyford was in Wanaka yesterday to announce plans for Kiwi-built homes to be built within the North Lake subdivision over the next 2 years.
The first Kiwi-built homes announced in the South Island and the first outside of Auckland. Housing Minister Phil Twyford in Wanaka over the weekend, with the news 211 homes are set to be built in the North Lake subdivision over the next 2 years. Twyford says Wanaka and Queenstown have been hard hit by the housing crisis.
This district has experienced some of the worst, most severe effects of the national housing crisis. And Queenstown Lakes area has experienced some of the most rapid growth, but also some of the highest house prices.
The North Lake development is a master planned community adjacent to the Wanaka township, which will comprise more than 800 homes. Twyford says the government saw the need and prioritised the region.
The typical house price in this district now exceeds that of Auckland. And the effects of that are horrendous, particularly on the people who need to do the work that keeps our visitor economy ticking over. And we've prioritised, as a result of that, we've prioritised this district, Queenstown and Wanaka, as one of our priority areas.
He says there's been significant interest in the Kiwi Build scheme, with thousands of people applying for homes.
We've had a phenomenal response to the first Kiwi Build homes. 44,000 Kiwis have registered on the Kiwi Build website, and there are several thousand people going through the online pre-qualification process at the moment so that they can enter the ballot. It's been a fantastic response.
The ballot for the first 10 homes is set to open on October the 8th and last a month. Prices will range from $565,000 to $650,000, with the first 10 homes set to be built and occupied by Christmas. In Wanaka, the South Today.
Police have named the mother and child who died in a tragic tractor accident on a rural property near Dunback, inland from Palmerston on Sunday. 33-year-old Nadine Tomlinson and 3-year-old Angus Tomlinson died after she was believed to have lost control of the tractor and trailer unit she was driving and drove into a reservoir. Police say both bodies were recovered around 2:30 this afternoon. They say there are no suspicious circumstances surrounding the deaths. WorkSafe is investigating. Dunedin's mammoth cruise ship season is underway with the arrival of the Majestic Princess this morning. The ship, which has room for nearly 5,000 passengers and crew, is the first of over 120 cruise ships scheduled to visit Dunedin this season.
The Majestic Princess entering Otago Harbour around 9 this morning, greeted with calm seas and blue sky. A few on board exchanging waves with locals, just a small sample of the 3,560 passengers on board.
We're just delighted to welcome her to New Zealand and Australian waters. This is her first season in the Australian-New Zealand circuit.
The Majestic Princess is set to be the most frequent visitor with 13 stops. It's the first of 121 cruise ships scheduled to visit Dunedin this season. That's over 30 more than last season, and a total of 246,000 passengers set to visit between now and April.
Well, we've got 120 coming in this season, so it's going to be a very, very busy season.
The schedule is spread over an extra 21 days this season, with the city set to benefit from the influx in visitors. A cruise ship action group has been working since the last ship left earlier in the year to make sure the city's ready. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Police are urging Dunedin motorists to slow down after a driver was pinged going 146 kilometres an hour in an 80 kilometre zone at the weekend. Senior Sergeant Trevor Thompson says the road policing unit was doing speed work on the Dunedin Southern Motorway around Barnes Drive at the weekend. He says there were numerous others caught travelling more than 100 kilometres an hour. Police have also been getting reports of people driving quickly through roadworks around Dunedin, despite temporary speed limit signs. Graham Bell started going to the New Zealand Merino Shearing Championships almost by accident, sneaking in as a young boy to watch the best in the industry compete in shearing and wool handling. His childhood fascination then became a lifelong passion.
It's a fine yarn. New Zealand Merino Shearing Championships committee member Graham Bell looks over some of the fine wool shorn during the New Zealand Merino Shearing Championships. Bell's a life member of the New Zealand Merino Shearing Society and a long-serving wool handling judge, but admits he kind of just fell into it.
In the sense that we lived right opposite the town hall in Alex, and I was just a young little lad, used to wag school and got involved, and that involvement has taken me to a lifelong career with wool. So yeah, this is my 57th show here, and this is our 57th show.
His lifetime career and an unofficial record confirms his standing in the industry. He says the wool handling industry is in good hands with younger people following in his footsteps.
To have the world champion, the current world champion, Joel Henare here is really fantastic, but he's been coming here ever since he was a 14-year-old, I think. I stand to be corrected with that, but certainly a very young lad, might have been 12, but he was a very young boy, and now he's the world champion. Joel
Henare won this event last year, but is dividing his time between competing and commentating.
Pretty much just to inform the crowd, the general public, about what's happening with the wool handling. I just compare the wool handling here. I have done for maybe 10 odd years, and also competing as well.
Don Clark says shearing this breed of sheep is a challenge to North Island shearers or people unfamiliar with the finer wool.
And these guys from the North Island, like some of the top North Island shearers, can't shear these. They're harder to shear, and they don't do the numbers what they do on the North Island.
Shearing industry greats were also honoured during the weekend's championships, with Dion Morel receiving the inaugural McSkimming Trophy during Saturday night's prize giving. In Alexandra, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. A 5-day program of arts, food, wine and heritage in Bannockburn is deemed a great success, and farmers and their canine besties tackle slippery slopes in the annual Queenstown Dog Derby.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
It's the Alex Campbell Menswear massive menswear liquidation. But don't panic, it's not ours. We've bought 2 Auckland stores and we've got up to 70% off.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear massive menswear liquidation.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
Electrify NZ Dunedin sell quality European designed e-bikes with reliable componentry so that you too can wear the e-bike grin. Call in for your complimentary test ride today or book online. Find us at 249 Cumberland Street, phone 021 035 9820.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Spring is here and it's time to get in the garden. Ready Lawn will take care of your lawn needs, making lawn care a snap. They will install the perfect lawn while you plant your favourite flowers and vegetables. Call Ready Lawn today so you can enjoy the coming season.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
Welcome back. Police are appealing for CCTV footage and witnesses after a man was hit with a bottle during an altercation between two groups on a Queenstown road. Two men blocked the path of a vehicle with 3 occupants inside on Turner Street just before 10 p.m. on Friday and started to kick and throw items at it. Police say one of the occupants got out of the car and was approached from behind and hit over the side of their head with an object believed to be a bottle. The injured man was taken to Lakes District Hospital to be treated. A 5-day program of arts, food, wine and heritage events has wound up in central Otago. Across the Bridge in Bannockburn featured everything from a poetry competition, guided walks and an art exhibition, which organisers say is the best yet.
Across the Bridge in Bannockburn, now in its 8th year, the springtime event featured a 5-day program of arts, food, wine and heritage events. Organisers say it's a complete celebration of the small central Otago town.
We want an emphasis on not only what Bannockburn has to offer, but what history has been in the place.
The event included a guided walk, writing workshops and a poetry competition, as well as an art exhibition in the historic Kenmure Woolshed.
Paul Crump has a wonderful exhibition on the history, old photographs, stories of the old stations, etc.
A display of tea cosies and the well-known Banny Beanie competition were also features of this year's event. Hawkins says the quality of works on display has exceeded their expectations.
It's been really fantastic this year. The art display in the Woolshed, I think, is maybe the best ever.
She says hundreds of people took the chance to experience the best of Bannockburn over the 5-day event. In central Otago, the South Today.
Farmers and their canine companions made a mad dash down slippery slopes in the annual Dog Derby in Queenstown over the weekend. Organisers say the event is integral to Coronet Peak and are determined to keep it going, despite a rival derby taking its place at the recent Winter Festival.
A large crowd of revellers at the 44th Annual Dog Derby at Coronet Peak. Around 65 competitors and their dogs competed in 2 separate races. First up, the townie category, with owners and their canines crashing downhill from the top of the Meadows Express chairlift. That was followed by the country category, with first-time entrant Matthew Pajerski dashing across the finish line with his dog Abbo to claim victory.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be so slippery, but that was pretty good. You just sat on your bum and slid down early.
Runner-up Kelly Smith managed a podium finish with her dog Missy.
Missy and I came second in the farm section of the Dog Derby. Yeah, it's pretty surprising actually. It was carnage down the bottom, dogs and whistles everywhere, so yeah, we did. Yeah.
Coronet Peak owners NZ Ski decided to hold the Dog Derby after the event was moved to Cardrona as part of the Queenstown Winter Festival back in June. Competitors, though, just happy for the chance to socialise.
Oh, it's a laugh. It's a good chance to have a catch-up with people you don't see very often.
But to the victor the spoils, the North Island debutant pocketing a cool $750 for his efforts.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I wasn't expecting to win or anything, but we were just here for a good time. It's turned out, yeah, just luck of the day, I think.
NZ Ski say they're looking forward to hosting their own Dog Derby at Coronet Peak again next year. In Queenstown, the South Today.
After the break on the South today, a tribute to the Disney film The Lion King soars into first place at the annual Queenstown Stars on Ice, and daffodils impress visitors at the Oamaru Flower Show. So stay with us.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
Active interior designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
For more than 50 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing quality lawn mowers and outdoor power equipment. Bring your mower, chainsaw, garden equipment in for repair or service and you go in the draw to win a Husqvarna petrol line trimmer. See you in store soon.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Thanks for staying with us. Attendance figures reveal the Highlanders had the highest average home crowd across all 5 New Zealand Super Rugby clubs this season. An average of over 15,600 people attended home games during the season. Highlanders CEO Roger Clark says it's a huge endorsement of the number of passionate fans in the region. The Highlanders home program for next season includes 7 games at Forsyth Bar Stadium and 1 at Rugby Park Stadium in Invercargill. The first regular season home game will be against the Reds in Dunedin on the 22nd of February. A tribute to Disney film The Lion King scooped first place at the annual Stars on Ice fundraiser in Queenstown over the weekend. The ice skating duo of George Muggleton and Cara Early wowed the judges with a graceful performance, all while dressed up as characters from the famous movie.
Skating to the song Circle of Life, George Muggleton and Cara Early impressed the crowd and judges at the Queenstown Ice Arena to take first place in the Stars on Ice competition. Being up against other talented performers, the win was an unexpected surprise.
It feels pretty damn great to win. Were you expecting it? I wasn't expecting it at all. I was waiting for one of the other guys to get red out. I was kind of like just waiting to start clapping my hands. But
designed as a fundraiser for the Queenstown Ice Skating Club, the event saw 8 duos competing, as well as the club performing additional ice dancing acts. The winning duo say they've been practicing some of their moves for several months.
The thing where we spun in there, that like the track's been non-stop for like 3 months ago. It's mental.
Stars on Ice has now become the club's biggest fundraising event of the year. In Queenstown, for the South Today.
The North Otago Horticultural Society celebrated their annual spring show over the weekend. Held at the Scottish Hall in Oamaru, the event featured spring blooms growing around the district.
Daffodils in all sorts of shapes and colours. This is the 150th annual spring show for the North Otago Horticultural Society. And Society member Alan Adamson says this year spring arrived about 3 weeks early, requiring him to use a refrigerator to delay his blooms.
If I hadn't had my daffodils in the fridge for 2 weeks, some of them, I wouldn't have had any. They'd have been all over finished.
Other displays included fruit and vegetables, and a recent addition to the show, the much-loved orchids.
We've also got the Orchid Club involved with us this year. They've been with us now for 2 shows. It increases the popularity of the place as well. Personally, I'm not an orchid person, but, you know.
He says the public response to the show has been overwhelmingly positive.
Everybody's amazed. Okay. When they walk through that door, oh, look at this, you know.
All up, over 400 entries were exhibited at this year's show. In Oamaru, for the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. The first 10 owners of more than 200 new affordable homes to be built in Wanaka are expected to move in before Christmas. The first cruise ship of Dunedin's season berthed at Port Chalmers this morning, bringing the first flotilla of tourists to the city. And Graham Bell's passion for wool handling began when he was a teen 57 years ago and is still as strong today, as he's been to every merino shearing champs. And now a look what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page.
Good evening. Yeah, we've got more on the tragic accident in Dunback with Nadine Thompson and her 3-year-old son Angus drowning after a tractor crashed in a farm reservoir yesterday afternoon. So bodies retrieved this afternoon, and we've spoken to lots of family and friends who are naturally devastated by the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's a really small community too.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they farm 400 hectares up there, and not so long ago moved from South Otago, so they've got quite a good network up there and lots of friends, and everyone's pretty shocked by the whole thing. WorkSafe investigation underway, so I guess we'll know more in due course about what actually happened. And but yeah, tragedy all round. We're sort of following up again a story from Air New Zealand where they're pushing to try and establish a new airport in central Otago. There's been a lot of talk about maybe moving to an airport to Wanaka, take the heat off Queenstown, but Air New Zealand at its annual meeting last week has suggested looking at a different site. They're talking about possibly Cromwell or Alexandra, really move away from those big high density areas. I guess the big question is who's going to come up with the investment to build in it, because a lot of money would be needed to get that up and running. But certainly a good talking point for Central Otago. On our travel pages, we're looking at Alaska, the Lonely Planet Guide to Cruising Through Alaska. It's got something like 11,000 kilometres of coastline, so it's the new trend apparently, not exactly sun and surf, but increasingly popular.
Less tourists there than some of the other destinations, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. And on the sporting front, big week for Otago Rugby, followed up from their win against Auckland last Friday. They're playing Bay of Plenty on Wednesday night, and then a big Shield challenge against Waikato on Saturday. So fingers crossed we can bring the Shield home again.
Wonderful. We'll go Otago, and thank you, and you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by MoleMap.
Tonight's southern view is of Taurus in the Octagon on Dunedin's first cruise ship day of the season. Looking at the situation, a mostly southwesterly airflow is expected this week, with cold fronts passing over and bringing some showers and cool winds at times, but long fine spells also. Starting at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect some rain and highs of 14 degrees. Across to the northeast now, Nelson will be mostly sunny with a high of 20 degrees. Blenheim has a flicker cloud but is slightly warmer with a high of 21 degrees. And to Canterbury, Kaikoura will be mostly fine with a high of 17. Christchurch will have showers with 17, and Ashburton showers also and a high of 16 degrees. Looking at the southern towns, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can all expect moderate southwesterlies, showers clearing and highs of 12 degrees. Moving westwards to the Central Lakes, Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka can expect freshening nor'westers, followed by light rain and highs of 13 to 14. Te Anau can expect showers to clear and a high of 12 degrees. There's also a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm in Wanaka. Up to the north now, Omarama and Twizel, you're in for freshening nor'westers, afternoon thunderstorms and a high of 14. And Oamaru and Timaru plan for moderate southwesterlies showers and highs of 14 degrees. In Dunedin, we're looking at cloud tonight with southwesterlies dying out, with an overnight low of 7. A few sunny periods possible at first tomorrow, but mostly cloudy during the morning and some showers during the afternoon, with cold southwesterly winds freshening again. Tomorrow's high will be 13 and a low of 5. And sunny periods and some cloud on Wednesday with light winds, a high of 12. And in Invercargill, mostly cloudy tonight with nor'westers developing and an overnight low of 5. Morning showers clearing tomorrow and sunny periods increasing during the afternoon, with cold southwesterlies decreasing. Expect a high of 12 and a low of 2. And looking to Wednesday, it will be cloudy during the day and will reach a high of 14 degrees. And that wraps up our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online and follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz, as well as odt.co.nz. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.